Hi, this is Adam Weissmuller, and this is the second Johnny Weissmuller long lost letters. I read the first one, which was this guy here. His name is Arthur Huron. There's his address. He was 10 years old in 1947. Hopefully we can track him down. If not, what a bummer. You know what I mean? That's our first one. But okay, so here's the second one. Now these are also the open ones already. I have hundreds of unopened envelopes and hundreds of opened envelopes. So we have quite a ways to go. Here is this one here. This is number 2. Number 2 is somewhere in New York. I need to put my glasses on. I know I look like an alien in that last one with the circles on my eyes. I apologize. See? Okay, her name is E.R. I don't know. I can't read it. But here we go. This has never, ever been opened. Amazing. I mean, the envelopes were open, but it doesn't look like anybody pulled anything out of there or unwrapped anything. January 19th, 1946. A Tarzan at 6 weeks. I'm not going to read all of this stuff right now that's on the newspaper, but I am going to read the letter. Oh, we got more newspaper though. Hold on. This is just amazing. The people that found me and tracked me down and gifted this to my family and me has just, it just blows my mind. And thank you if you're watching this and you know who you are. Thank you. And you got something coming. I'm going to send you something. Okay, anyway, here we go. So okay. And here is the letter. It's dated January 27th, 1946. Dear Mr. Weissmuller, here's a little Tarzan, unknown to most folks, but here in the East, he has already received a little publicity in the form of having his picture appear in the New York City newspaper and several other periodicals. Our son was born in Tarrytown in December 1st, 1945, which makes him almost 2 months old. At the age of 3 weeks, he voluntarily started, we think, to follow in your footsteps as Tarzan. At 3 months old, wait. At the age of 3 weeks, he started to follow in Johnny's footsteps as Tarzan. He sat upright in the palm of his dad's hand. At 4 weeks, stood up, holding onto his dad's finger. At 6 weeks, he climbed himself on a trapeze. Enclosed are several newspaper clippings of him. Yours truly, Mrs. E.R. Aichner, 181 South Broadway, Tarrytown, New York. Baby Tarzan would like to get a few lines of comments from the well-known Tarzan of Movieland. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay, there it is. I mean, shoot. Blown out. All right, well, that's pretty crazy. So that one, January 27th, 1946. The kid was born December 1st, 1945. And let's find out his name. Maybe I will read this stuff. Okay. A Tarzan at 6 weeks. This scene enacted in the home of the Aichners. So that's A-I-C-H-N-E-R. In Tarrytown, New York, shows their pride and joy going through his paces. Daddy holds the bar as Raymond Jr. So the kid's name will be Raymond Aichner from Tarrytown, New York. God, I hope we can find one of these guys. It'd be so rad. Okay. As Raymond Jr. does a trapeze act. The tyke was born December 1st, 1945. That makes him about 6 weeks old. Daddy denies that the baby tries to lift himself because he thinks the bar is something to eat. Thumbs a lift. The baby on the flying trapeze is not the only routine in the repertoire of Raymond Jr. Here he thumbs a ride from his proud daddy. He is a picture of seriousness. His mother also notes that he is able to sit upright in his father's palm, to stand up straight while his daddy holds his hand. Other accomplishments make Mrs. Aichner the envy of her hometown. And here's that photo. Okay, now here's the third one. This is insane. Okay. And that one says, after the workout, some athletes find gum restful during and after their tests, but Raymond is glad to settle for a bottle nipple. Here he catches his breath on a bassinet and waits for the world to say, my, what a wonderful baby I am. At birth, Raymond weighed 7 pounds, 3 ounces. The strength he has gained since is extraordinary. God, now here's another one. So should we find Raymond Aichner Jr., the baby Tarzan? Oh my God. This is only the second one, folks. We got to figure out a way to organize this a little better. I don't know. But here's the second one now. No, I mean the second clipping that was in that envelope about Raymond Aichner. Here's the photos. And now I'll read them. Young Raymond Aichner Jr., age 7 weeks, stood up in his crib, holding with one hand the index finger of his father, Raymond Aichner, at 181 South Broadway. He smiled, then stood again, holding onto a bar. Since he was 3 weeks old, baby Raymond has been performing remarkable feats of strength. At 3 weeks, he could sit upright in the palm of his father's hand. He also grasped his dad's fingers and stood on his own weight. Holding his dad's index fingers, he was able to stand upright. Young Raymond also laughs out loud. He was born on December 1 at the Tarrytown Hospital, and his father first noticed his unusual abilities when the baby tried his best to sit up. When Aichner would start to pick Raymond up to put him in his carriage, he would brace a foot against the pillow of his crib and attempt to stand alone. Then his dad started to work on him to strengthen his back and legs even more. Raymond weighed 7 pounds 3 ounces. He now weighs 10 pounds. And although he has a hearty appetite, feeds on the usual baby diet. Having a youngster perform at an early age was not a new experience for the Aichners. Their daughter Rhea, aged 3.5 years, stood up at an early age and talked at a year. I wonder what she said. The Aichners, Mr. Aichner wasn't scared, he says. When he started to train Raymond, if I had been scared then, he would have been too. The important thing with children is to gain their confidence, Mr. Aichner believes, and to keep it as they are growing up, so that they always come to you with their troubles. Mr. Aichner was formerly employed in the production engineering department of Eastern Aircraft, but is now unemployed because of the general strike situation. But he is not idle. He counts singing and oil painting among his hobbies. His wife, Ariane, grows plants for her hobby, and in the living room of her home has one large palm that reaches to the ceiling. The ceiling. A canary sings in one corner. The parents make recordings on their professional recording machine. It is a cheering household conducive to bright children. All right. We have our work cut out for us now. So that's going to be Raymond Aichner Jr. And his last name is Aichner from Tarrytown, New York. He was born December 1st, 1945. If we can find him and send him this stuff and the letter from his mother to my grandfather, think that'd make his day? Oh, and a picture of my grandpa. I think that would probably make his day. Well, anyway, 13 minutes. That's number 2. So Raymond Aichner is number 2. And number 1 was Arthur Huron in South Africa. He's going to be a tough one, I believe. But I think Raymond Aichner, we're going to be able to find. So anyway, God, share this and get it around, because the more people that see this, the better the chance is that we're going to find some of these people and give this stuff back to them. All right. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button. All right. Over and out.